Good evening, my friends, and today, possibly the final episode of Braid. We're in the epilogue, and we just want to really tie up the loose ends of the story in terms of making sure, let's say, that everyone has had their say, perhaps. So clearly, everything is not right in the world with the princess of this story. Now, we've seen these two last time out. We've got two more, let's say, vocal, operatic diaries to look at, and the fact that the journals are a different colour, I think, is possibly indicates that the green journals are maybe from the main character's point of view, and the red journals are from his partner's point of view. I have no idea how to get through here at all. Yeah, I do not see any way. Like, how you hide is obvious, but really not obvious how you keep that middle journal open. Okay, here maybe we've got a different way of doing it. We've got these books are green, so they are not affected by time. That goes way too quick. Oh, okay. I know how we're going to do this. Oh, maybe. Yeah, no, wait. How would you do that? Because you're going to end up back there at the start regardless, aren't you? Okay, well these are the last two puzzles of the game, and I guess they technically count as like optional puzzles, right? Because after this is where you have now finished the game. Ah, ha, 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 ha. They had been here before on their daily walks. She didn't mind his screams and his shrieks or the way he yanked painfully on her braid to make her stop. He was too little to know better. Oh, shame. Is he a child? She picked him up and hugged him. No, baby, she said. He was shaking. She followed his gaze towards the treats sitting on pillows behind the glass, the chocolate bar and the magnetic monopole, the it from bit and the ethical calculus and so many other things deeper inside. Maybe when you're older, baby, she whispered. sitting him back on his feet and leading him home, maybe when you're older. Every day thereafter, as before, she always walked him on a route that passed in front of the candy store. What? So strange. So this is... So here we have the last puzzle of the game. And it's just a flat, featureless room with 3 books. That you can't jump over. Oh man, is this going to be my clock tower again? One final puzzle. I just don't see it. I really don't see the solution. So weird, like no platforms or ladders or anything. It's literally just 3 books in the middle of the room. No way to drop down on them. Is it something related to what's actually written in here? Like, witness the birth of the world has a little 1 next to it, as if there's going to be a footnote, but there is no footnote here. On the other hand, it also says time stood still. But you can't move when time is standing still, so there's not like there's a... It's not like there's a dirty trick there or anything. And when we move back in time, we are still affecting the other books. We could do it with the time manipulation platform, right? We could do it with the time manipulation platform because that doesn't cause you to move. And we know because the singing moves between rooms that these books don't reset between rooms. Yeah? Let's try it. Uh-huh. There we go. She stood tall and majestic. Oh, we're going to freeze time because the book's going to close on its own in a second. She stood tall and majestic. She radiated fury. She shouted, "Who has disturbed me?" But then anger expelled. She felt the sadness beneath. She let her breath fall softly like a sigh, like ashes floating gently on the wind. She couldn't understand why he chose to flirt so closely with the death of the world. Okay. Well, I thought where this game was going to be a fairly straightforward story about a guy who wants to get with a girl and she's not really that into him and he's like a bit of an r/nice guy about it. I do not understand this epilogue at all, and I certainly cannot say that I've understood all of this. I thought maybe the text of this book would change when you see the other 4 hidden messages, but that is not the case. And there's no path over there, so I think that's the end of the game? Question mark? I'm not really sure, in honesty. There's no achievement for seeing all 4 of those hidden messages, but I'm going to assume that that's true ending. But leave it in the comments below if I've missed something there, because I think that's all of it. I might have to check the achievement list. Anyway, obviously, let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. Really great game, right? Really good puzzle game. And weirdly enough, I think it actually shares a lot of similarities to something like so with The Witness and with the Talos Principle, for example, you walk up to a puzzle and then you are doing that puzzle, right? Now this game is split into levels, but in the level you have several puzzles actually, because you have several puzzle pieces to get. And it's not always obvious which parts of the puzzle go with which puzzle piece. Like sometimes it's obvious because they're literally set apart from each other, but sometimes you kind of have this interleaving of 2 different puzzles within the same space. I think that's incredibly clever, and I really like that. I really like the puzzle design. It's a hard game. It is unforgiving. Like, the idea that you have to get every puzzle piece to unlock the final level, that's a bold decision, and I would not criticize anyone who looked up any solutions to be able to get you to the end there. Like, I'm amazed I managed to do it. I think I must have got a bit lucky with some bits here and there, because this feels like a hard game for sure. Like, the puzzles are quite complicated in places. So I really like the design. The plot, I thought where it was going was like a pretty standard, and you've got to bear in mind, right, the time that this came out, 2007, right? r/nice guys, I don't think existed in 2007. So on a surface level reading of the plot, where this is a main character who's lost his partner, presumably to someone else, and he's annoyed about that, and he thinks of himself as the protagonist in the story, is incredibly forward-thinking, actually, for 2007. That's quite subversive as a story. Nowadays, you can see the red flags coming a mile away, right? Because culturally, we're just a lot more in tune with that in general. The epilogue, genuinely, I did not understand at all, and you know, I'll hold my hands up to that one. I didn't get it. There's a child in a candy store, kind of sounds like someone's doing some experiments with, like, I don't know, physics and apples and something. Didn't fully get it. I thought it was going to be more like her side of the story in those journals, but it seems like it was something else. Hey, that's fair enough. I mean, like, similarly, The Witness from the same creator is also, you know, quite, let's say, artisanal in that regard. Some people say pretentious. I wouldn't use the pejorative, in honesty. I think that Jonathan Blow, as a creator, clearly knows what he wants to create and should be encouraged to do so, of course. Like, you know, if you're a one-man development studio, you make what you want, right? Yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed my time with this game. I'm really glad I came back to play it again, and super happy to have beaten it blind. That's going to wrap us up for this series. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this epic conclusion to this story. Leave a comment if you have any explanation for me on anything that we've read today. And I will see you guys soon. Let me know what you want me to play next. Bye for now.